This is the official interview for the web. Say hello.
Okay. Hi, web.
We're here backstage
Sweating.
with Seether. We were just talking about the new record, Holding On to Strings, Better Left to Fray. And I understand that when you guys went into the studio, there was a rule against lasagna, no layers, keep it simple.
Yeah, we try to just do. We just try to write good songs and not think too much about making them too complicated. I think sometimes we overcomplicate some of our music, but Brendan just wanted to keep it simple too. So he was kind of at the helm, so he would guide us in the correct directions. And so I think it's got a little layering on it, but not as it's not. I don't think it's overproduced. So
What you said, Brendan O'Brien. You went to his studios in Nashville. Was there a reason that you chose him? And did the energy in Nashville affect itself on the new record?
Well, we chose him because he's awesome. I mean, he's done pretty much every single album that I love. And the fact that he wanted to work with us was in itself was kind of an honor. So we could have worked in LA or we could have worked in Nashville. And for me, it was a no-brainer to get out of LA. I make no secret about the fact that I hate that city and hate being there. And Nashville was great. People are great. I thought. Nice change of scenery. We're at Blackbird Studio, which is all just Beatles memorabilia everywhere. So it was kind of inspiring to be there.
Well, John, let me ask you, because I read an interview with you where you said that the new CD picks up where Finding Beauty in Negative Spaces left off. What did you mean by that? Something about new sounds, new ideas?
I think before on Finding Beauty we experimented with keyboards and different sounds sonically, and I think this band we're not really. Amongst ourselves, we don't give ourselves any boundaries, don't set any boundaries. I mean, we start creating a song, we just go for it and try to fully realize it, whatever it is, And I think sonically, Brendan, he plays percussion on it, there's keys on it, and I think the material is strong, and I felt really confident, and Finding Beauty was kind of defining moment for us as a band, and I think this just builds upon that, and I feel even stronger.
It's a little strange to be interviewing you without having heard the whole thing. I think this is the first time where I've actually had a Seether interview where I haven't had the record. It doesn't come out. When is the official release date?
May 17th.
May 17th. Tell me about Country Song, because from what I understand, the label and management kind of flipped out when they first heard it.
No, they hated it. They thought it was a complete crappy song.
What'd you do to sway them?
We just didn't do anything. It's like, we knew.
Suck it!
We
You'll
knew,
love it.
It was between us and Brendan knowing, and our friends and people in our family knowing that song was a good song. That we didn't really care about their opinion. I mean, when you hear from the same people over and over and over that you can't write songs and that you need somebody else to help you and.
That has to be monumentally insulting. I can't imagine.
Oh, it's incredibly insulting. And so then you have a producer like Brendan saying, you know what, don't listen to those guys. You guys are great. That's what got us through this, because there were times when I literally was going to give up. It was because when you get beaten down every day, being told that whatever song you send in is a crap song.
And Brendan was really great about that. He's like, look, it's us and me. Speaking as Brendan, against the world, and don't worry about that stuff. Don't worry about that junk. Just we're going to do our thing, and we know it's.
Yeah, he was our buffer with the label, and so.
So tell me, I know that a lot of times when a band comes out with a new song, especially something that's going to be a single, little radio lingo there for you. So you get a lot of people who come to the table with what they call video treatments for what you're going to do for that song. Was it the stick ponies that put you over the edge? The video for Country Song is hilarious. When I first saw it, I couldn't even watch the whole thing. I had to keep going to the beginning. Let's see there on stick ponies. It looked like you were having fun.
We had fun.
That was actually my idea. It was we wanted to do something that was going to be ridiculous. So we had this idea, and we sat around in a studio in New York, and we were recording a track, and we just sort of were messing around with all these ideas, and we sent it to a director that we thought could pull it off, and that's what, so it was, while we were riding the ponies for 8 hours.
Yeah, about 20 takes there.
Yeah, then I started thinking that it was probably a bad idea, but ultimately,
it didn't look. You guys look. I mean, the smile. It was like you were playing cowboys and Indians.
Yeah.
And then you have the clown, and here's the spaceman.
well,
and
the
there's
interesting thing is,
balloon.
You see
the
Dale
guy.
busting his horse in the flanks so that it'll speed up. You see that?
And then my favorite highlight of the day was the guy that was playing the scuba guy was hung like a horse.
An African water buffalo.
He was a little guy, and so I kept checking out his bulge. I was fascinated by the size of his penis.
Did you touch it?
No, I wanted to, though. Just to make sure it was real. That guy
really
was
did.
packing heat, man. Dale and I, eventually, we were just sitting around, just drinking beers, discussing this guy's meat package.
This is amazing.
Oh no, I'm so glad that you brought up meat because I have a good segue, I promise. I read a review. Somebody who I guess there have been preview copies of the new Seether record that has been out, and a gentleman from Alternative Addiction described the new Seether record saying that every song has a hook made of meat and performances slathered in gold.
Wow.
That was amazing.
See,
I mean, he
that's
was just
poetry right
raving
there.
about the new record. So
Awesome.
Yeah, we've actually, we never really pay
Culinary.
attention to reviews very much, but that's a good one.
I'll send that one to Michael so that you can I'll put it on a plaque the next time you guys come. You can have it. Well, tell me about some of the new music. What was Country Song? Where were you at in your life that you wrote that?
I just wanted to do something with that. That swampy riff for the verse was Troy's riff. So we were writing stuff, and he sent me the riff when I was still living in LA, and then I basically built the rest of the song around that. And I wanted to do something that was almost a clash of genres, but I figured I could find a way to make it work and sort of take something like that could still be a song that we could be, that could come from us and it wouldn't be so out of place. You know what I mean? And it's been through a couple different variations, but when Brendan finally did what he did with it, and we just wanted to do something different, and we wanted to have some sort of fun with it. It's like sometimes, too often, bands are out there just writing this really serious stuff it's got no sense of humor, and they're too afraid to take the piss out of themselves, and we certainly aren't. So it's one of those, the lyrics are serious, but I think the song is supposed to be fun. So
Was it a collaborative process? Did you all write lyrics, or are you the principal?
no, I did the
writer?
lyrics,
Okay.
but musically we did a lot more collaborating.
What? Tell me about Fur Q. I had to ask about that. If you're going to put fur in something, I'm going to ask about it.
I wrote that for a soundtrack. Then they didn't want the song eventually, but our label heard the song and they said we have to put it on the album, otherwise they weren't going to put the album out. It was a definitive moment in our careers where we have to bow down and do this track, otherwise, whatever. So we went into the studio, and basically the title is directed at,
You don't have to go any further. Cut. Got it? Roses? Tell me about Roses.
That was a song, one of the first.
One of the first
batch, 4 songs. Country Song Roses was one of it as well.
We did 4 songs the first time around, Country Song and Roses, and then there was a song called Yeah, and there was a song called something
Dead
else.
Seeds.
Dead Seeds. So we did those 4 songs, and so of the original batch of 4 songs, 2 made it to the album, and it's I like the song. It's a little different. Brendan got to don his Phantom of the Opera cape and play a little piano intro there. But
Did you have any other guests on the record? Is it just you three? Or
well, Troy guessed it all over the album.
Yeah.
I didn't want to ask about that, but if you
Troy,
got
he
something
did.
to say, I'll let you go ahead. I didn't know,
No, well, we wanted to get some people out, but it's one of those things where you can't really expect somebody to fly out to Nashville to be on an album. At one point, we knew that Stone Sour was in town, and we would have liked to get Jim on the album, but maybe next time. I wanted to do a duet with Lizzie on one of the songs as well.
Oh.
But she was touring, and it's one of those things. So.
What, now, you guys have been on tour with a local Dallas band called Ursa.
Yes.
They've been calling me.
They're great.
They're a great band, I think.
What's
Yeah,
Donkey Lips?
That's our buddy Dave.
Dale.
Donkey Lips is the guitarist of Ursa.
Former guitar tech of ours.
Yeah, he used to be our guitar tech.
We loved to death.
And his name comes from he's got these voluptuous lips, and I guess he was sitting he was on the bus one day, and Howie, our sound guy, is known to drop some sound gems every once in a while, and
Nicknames.
I guess Dave was just mowing down on a burrito, and so Howie goes, man, you're just donkey lipping the crap out of that thing. So that's how he became Donkey Lips. We've actually dedicated whole tours to him.
There was an amazing moment. I don't know where it was. I don't know if it was like London or maybe New York, some big city, but there was this big Philips sign. So our drum tech Curtis is like, "Hey Dave, let me take a picture of you." And he's like, "Okay, wait, move a little to your left, a little more to your left." And he takes a picture of Dave, blocking out the PHI's part of Phillips, and it just says Dave and then lips.
He was a good kid, though.
Where is that? Is there a picture? Where can we see that? Is that on the
We
Seether
should
website?
start posting stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
should
need
start. I'll see if Curtis.
But
can
he's
find
a good kid, and the
He is
band's
a
really
good-
good. So
great
we did
band.
him a favor and took him around Texas a little
No,
bit.
they're very excited, and you got to tell everybody we're touring with Seether.
Yeah,
so
they're a good
that's
band.
awesome. Well,
I think people should check them out, definitely.
well, congratulations on the new record, and thank you again for the early morning phone call. That was delightful. I always get nervous around Edgefest, but you set the tone for a fun one. So what's next for Seether? Where are you guys at on the tour and basic global domination?
Well, we do this today, and then we go to Houston tomorrow.
Yeah, Houston and then
New
New
Orleans.
And then,
And then that's about as far as our short-term
our memory goes.
Fingers crossed we'll see you at Christmas.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be.
That'd be great.
We'll
Yeah,
be touring for a while.
Awesome.
It's, once the album comes out, it's one of those things where we just do it. We tour for a year and a half, 2 years at a time. So
Well, excellent. It was great to see you guys again, and
Thank you.
congratulations again on the new record.
thank you.